Okay, today is a big day. December 3rd, the day you'll be watching this video, is 11 years since the day we met.
11 years. Wow.
In this video, we are going to be reminiscing all about what it was like when we first met. We're also going to be looking at some of our first messages to each other, which I'm really excited about.
Yeah, we haven't seen these in a while.
Yeah, so I can't wait to just take a little walk down memory lane.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, this is Katie, and I'm Steph.
We're
changing things up. Why not? It's been 11 years.
Yeah.
We're a married lesbian couple from Vancouver, Canada, and the creators of Let's See the World.
So as I mentioned in today's video, we are looking back on when we met, which was 11 years ago now, which is so crazy to me. That's a third of my life, and it's just such a long time. Yeah. So we met, I guess, a month and a half before we actually officially started dating. If you haven't watched the full story, we have a video called How We Met where we kind of go through the whole thing of how it happened. We met in person, the short version, I guess we can tell.
Yeah, we met at a dance studio in Vancouver, and I was taking class, and this lovely lady was the teacher, so go watch that video.
Yeah, it's a good one. And yeah, we were one of those couples who met in person because back then, 11 years ago, online dating was not as much of a thing and no one was really on the apps yet, so we actually met in real life. Yeah, so it's a pretty cute story. So you can go watch that video first and then come back and finish watching this video. So we consider December 3rd the day that we officially met because I know for sure that that's the first time we talked to each other.
Yes.
I know that I saw you before that.
Yeah,
I think we saw each other around the studio before that. But on December 3rd, definitely I know that I was teaching a class. I was subbing someone else's class and Steph was in it. And then afterward, I know you came up to talk to me and that was the first time I would say we officially met.
Yeah, we had seen each other in passing because I took a class that was before her class, but
that
I
was
never
probably end of November.
Yeah, but I never had any reason to talk to her because that would be, I don't know why would I have a reason?
Yeah.
But because she was teaching the class I was taking, I got to go up and introduce myself, and
yeah. So that was our first official meeting.
Yeah.
And then I think through the rest of December, we probably saw each other around the studio and we were kind of getting friendly. And then it was the holidays and we wouldn't have seen each other.
Yeah.
And then it was really middle of January, I think, where we actually first started talking. So it was kind of a slow process.
Yeah.
But I went back and I found, you haven't seen these yet.
No.
I'm so excited to show you. I went back and I found our first messages to each other, which were actually on Facebook because 11 years ago, that was what everyone used.
Yeah.
And I was actually really surprised at what our first messages were because
really?
Yeah, the way I remembered it was not how it actually happened.
Oh, this should be funny.
So, do you remember who messaged who first or what happened? It was the middle of January. It was January 12th was the first time we talked. So it was that long after we met.
I do remember that you sent me a friend request.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I imagine you messaged me first then.
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Which I think I thought was what happened, but what I was surprised about was just how, friendly we already were.
Oh, okay.
Because we had obviously had all that time already.
Right.
6 weeks of time of, in person kind of getting to know each other. So I was, shocked at how flirty my first messages were.
Just, outwardly.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we both didn't know if the other was interested in dating women. And so, you can be overly friendly when you're talking, to another woman, too. And, it's not necessarily taken as being flirty unless you want to take it as being flirty. So I know for sure I remember just, going for it.
But, I did, too. And that's what I was so surprised about because in my memory, it was mostly you, I guess, in the beginning.
Okay.
I don't know, how I was so bold.
I remember you were pretty flirty.
But, right from the very beginning.
But again, you were flirty, but I didn't take it as flirting. I just thought, oh, she's super friendly.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so...
Okay, let's look at
this. So this is the very first message. Okay, so first, I friended Steph on Facebook. I remember going through and, the way I found you, I might have said this in the other video, but... on Facebook, probably no one remembers this because it was so long ago, but there would be like Facebook groups like for certain things before there were pages. So there was like a group for the dance studio, and I remember going through like all the members of the group and like searching through all the Stephanies because I only knew your first name, I think, until I found you, and then that's how I friended you. Because otherwise, I don't know how we ever would have like connected online unless you had done the same thing.
And I don't even think you were searchable.
Yeah, maybe not.
Because I couldn't find you.
Did you look?
I did look.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
That is funny. Yeah, I think I had it, so I wasn't searchable. So I found you, I sent you a friend request, and then I sent you this first message, which I also have other supporting documents to show that are important to the story.
Oh, okay.
So we'll put these up on the screen so you can read them too. But this was my first message to you, and I think it's also important to note that it was at 11:23 p.m. So it was like late at night.
Yeah.
And I was probably at home by myself in my little apartment on my computer, like stalking you and looking through all your photos on Facebook. And then I thought, what the hell?
This was the first message?
This was the very first message.
But mine's first.
No, this is mine. Blue is me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's from I was on my account.
Yeah,
so
got
Blue
it.
is me. Okay. So the very first message, we'll put it up here. I said, I love that song by Bright Eyes. And then I thought, you must have had posted something about this song. Anyway, so I wrote, I love that song by Bright Eyes. Were you there when I used it in Sasha's contemporary class? You would have looked great doing that combo. Smiley face. That was the first thing I ever messaged you.
Okay, I remember this now. You friended me, and then I posted something about the song you used.
I found it. That was what I was just looking for.
I totally like baited you.
Yeah, okay.
And I was like, let's see if she messages.
Yeah.
Let's see if she responds to this.
I just found it. So January 12th, same day.
Oh,
this was your Facebook status. Remember when people did Facebook statuses and they were just like cryptic song lyrics? That's what your status was.
Yeah.
Okay, but this is actually really adorable. So I'll put this on the screen too. But the lyrics were, here, you read them because it's
it's the part of the song. So
Bright Eyes, yeah.
Yours is the first face that I saw. I think I was blind before I met you. Now I don't know where I am. I don't know where I've been, but I know where I want to go.
Okay, and side note, that song ended up being like our song.
Yeah.
That's the song we walked down the aisle to.
Yeah.
And Pride is talking about it. But
Yeah.
you posted that.
Yeah.
And it was about me, and I didn't know
and you liked it.
Yeah, I did.
I totally posted.
Do you remember that?
I totally thought, okay, she just friended me. Like, let's see if she responds to this.
Right.
Yeah.
How cute is that? I forgot about that part. I literally scrolled all the way back
and
on
you
your
probably
Facebook
had
to
no
find
idea
it.
at the time that this was about you.
No, I was just like,
like
oh, I
for
used
you.
that song in class. Like, she likes that song
What
too,
a
or whatever.
coincidence.
What a coincidence. Isn't that so cute? It all comes full circle.
Yeah.
That song has always been so special for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyways, I said that I love that song, blah, blah, blah. And then, and I said you would have looked great doing that combo smiley face. To me, that's so flirty. Like, I'm shocked that I said that.
I probably reread that about 20 times.
Being like,
Being
what is
like,
the hidden meaning?
That's very flattering. Is
Yeah.
she just super nice, or was that flirty?
Right. Yeah. And then you said, I was there for that class, and I loved it, and I'm sure I knew you were there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, were you there for that? I'm sure I knew you were.
Yeah.
And you said your choreography was so good. I just hope I did it justice. I definitely love the music we get to dance to in contemporary. It's so much better than hip hop. And then I said, oh, I'm sure you did it more than justice. I think that was the very first time I subbed for Sasha, so I probably didn't know you yet. Haha, you're not crazy about all the Rihanna. I prefer the music in contemporary too. Not a dig at Rihanna.
No, I love
Rihanna.
I love hip hop, but definitely the songs that were being chosen in that particular hip hop class weren't the best hip hop songs. Yeah.
And then I said, how was lyrical today? To keep the convo going. And remember, this was at like 11:30 at night.
Right.
But it was like we had a whole back and forth. I didn't remember any of this. It's really fun going back and looking at this. And you said, yeah, I didn't know you. You were still that scary teacher then.
So scary.
So
AKA scary, AKA super good looking and intimidating.
No, but seriously, I remember being very pleasantly surprised. Now I don't get you for contemporary anymore, so that's no fun. And then you said, P.S. I'm going to try and go to the matinee show on Friday. I know you've already seen it, but if you want to go again, it's one of the pay what you can shows. Yeah, that was kind of all I remembered.
Right.
I remembered
So we had a little bit of a conversation, and then we went into the show. Talking about the show. Okay.
Yeah, because that show was kind of like our first unofficial date.
Yeah.
And so I knew that we had talked about it, and then we texted about it and whatever, and that was kind of the first time we talked, but I didn't realize that there was like a whole back and forth. Yeah, and I said, I was probably more scared of you than you were of me. I remember seeing you in the hip-hop class all the time looking super badass, but you're not so scary now. I know I probably won't ever teach you now, which is very sad, unless you want to come bust your moves in the Pussycat Dolls class on a regular basis, which you totally should. You pulled it off whether you admit it or not.
So this was after I did the class. Okay, I think we had like a whole in-person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't remember. We'd already had a lot of like banter and back and forth in person. Like we were already quite friendly.
Yeah.
We were already quite friendly, and so I think that's probably why this feels so friendly and so flirty, because we already had a bit of like a...
Yeah. I mean, the studio was small, so there was only the one space, so any class that like had just ended, you kind of overlap with the people coming into the next class. So, and then there was time in between classes, so we definitely saw each other a lot.
Yeah.
And we would have had little conversations in between classes and stuff.
Yeah. I think I forgot that. I think in my head we like barely knew each other before that first like date.
I do remember us talking for a little while.
Yeah.
And it was pretty natural too, because like a lot of the other teachers and like a lot of the other people that were taking class got to be pretty friendly with one another. Like we
it was like a little tight-knit community for sure. Yeah. Okay, and then I said, I'll let you know about Friday. I might have a rehearsal that afternoon, but I don't have the time confirmed yet, which was not true. I made that up because I was so nervous.
You didn't want to commit to it?
I didn't want to commit to it. I needed time to like process my thoughts. But I thought that was just like a safe bet to be like, and then I thought if I do want to go, I can always just say I don't have rehearsal. But if I was too scared to go, I could always just stick with that story and say that I did. But I remember that not being true.
And this is also what made it confusing, because I thought...
Like, she's not jumping at the chance.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So it's like casual, like, maybe I can go, maybe I can't. And then I thought, well, if she's flirting and she wants to see me, then she would obviously
want to go and be like eager to go. Right?
Yeah.
I was just, I was terrified. And I said, I've seen the show twice, but I totally want to see it again. I think you'd really like it too. Yeah, I think that was me just being like, that would be really fun, but I'm so scared.
Right.
Yeah. Because at this time, I didn't know either what was going on.
Right.
I had never done this with a woman before. I had no idea. And like you said, the line between just like friendly friends or like flirting more than friends can be so blurry.
Yeah.
And I just didn't know. And I didn't want to like... We probably both felt the same way. Like not wanting to get our hopes up, not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to get like invested just to be disappointed. And then having to like see each other.
Yeah, so I had actually been kind of in this position before, in this situation before, where I, met a new friend, and it was really unclear if it was going to go anywhere or if it was just going to be a friendship. And pretty much every time it was just like, the person was straight and not interested in anything more, but like wanted to be friends. So I kind of thought, worst case scenario here.
Right.
I just have a new friend.
Right. And that wouldn't be the worst thing.
No.
But instead,
I have a wife.
Instead, look what you got. Okay, and then the last one, you said, you thought I was badass, that's awesome. I'll come to Pussycat Dolls again. And I think we told this story in the other video. I made Steph come take a Pussycat Dolls class, which is what I taught, and she made me go to hip hop with her, and it was really cute. That was really like a breaking the ice moment for us, I feel like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So that was cute. And then, you said I'll come again. It's out of my comfort zone, and it's a challenge, but I like challenges, and it'll be good for me. I hated my first jazz class, but now it's so fun. It'd be great if you could make it on Friday. Here's my number, so you can shoot me a text if you'll be there, and then you left your phone number. And that I remember going over so many times, being like, I think I even pulled my friends to be like, she gave me her phone number. Like, what does that mean? It's just like a casual friend hang, right? Like, it's not more than that. Or like, Is it?
I don't know. I mean, you would need my phone number for a casual friend hang, too.
Exactly. That's why it was so confusing. It was very confusing. And then you said some things in Spanish, which I didn't remember that either, because I thought that was in our texts, because that was a cute moment, too.
Yeah.
But what does that mean?
See you soon and hugs.
Right. Which, again, could be interpreted in, like, a cute, like, flirty way, or just in, like, a very normal friend way. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, reading the signals is really hard.
I could have put besos in there, and I didn't, so...
Right. Kisses.
Yeah,
I do know that. Okay, also I think it's important to know that this last message was at 12:51 a.m. So we were talking, because what time was the first one? Yeah. 11:23. We were talking for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just, like, up at night, in the middle of the night. Like, I think that's something.
Well, that was also a theme with our text messages, because we talked until like 3 a.m. I'm sure that first time.
Day. Yeah. So there weren't any after that because you gave me your number, and then I didn't say anything else. So I must have just like had your phone number being like, what do I do now? Do I text her? Yeah. So that's cute. And then we were trying to remember what those first text messages looked like, because it was basically leading up to going to that show together, which was ultimately like our first date. And those text messages is where we kind of like finally determined like what was happening.
Oh, that was after the... Oh no, it was before the show.
It was the night before the show. So maybe it was like the day after this, but... Yeah, we were trying to find them because we wanted to look through and kind of put all the puzzle pieces of this story together. Right. But then we couldn't find them.
Your first text message was,
Hey, I don't have rehearsal.
I can make it after all. Yay.
Yeah, I'm sure that's what it was. It was probably the next day.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. But we couldn't find the text messages. We thought we
had saved them at one point.
And then, funny thing, here we are at our house cleaning out all of our old stuff, and we had Katie's old computer where I actually found the saved text conversation.
Yeah, so we do have it.
On the computer.
Yeah, so we do have it, which is so fun.
Yeah.
Okay, let me grab it. I love that we saved these because I think it's so cute
to
have, and I'm glad that we didn't lose it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me zoom in here.
So is that right?
Okay, so Thursday, January 13th, so this was the next day. Right? It was the next day. Yeah. The other day was the 12th.
Right, okay.
So this all
this was at a more reasonable hour. This was at around noon.
Yeah, because I think I taught in the morning, then I was going to work or something.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, Steph, it's Caitlin. I called myself Caitlin, which is funny. I think you always called me Katie.
Yeah, true.
Anyway, not important. I sorted out my day tomorrow, no rehearsal. Meaning, I never had a rehearsal, but I finally decided that
I'm going to go.
That I'm going to go. I can definitely come to the show. I sent the details to some other people at the... Well, did I say that, or did you ever mention that? Was it always going to be a group hang? Or did I do that? Did I turn it into a group hang? I sent the details to Sarah and Nina as well. Meet at the theater for 11:30. Oh, I think I know what happened. The morning that I sent this, I taught at the studio. And you were there. I think we saw each other in person before this.
Oh, okay.
And we talked about the show really quick. And then a couple other people were there, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to the show."
Oh, okay.
Oh, you're going to the show tomorrow, and then it turned into a group hang.
I definitely.
I wouldn't have done that.
I wouldn't have done that either.
I think that's what
happened. I remember being annoyed that it turned into a group hang.
Right. Because I think I remember seeing you and then being like, "Oh, I'll text you later about it." Blah blah blah. And then that would have been this. And then I said,
and they were probably like, "Oh, you're texting Steph. Here's my number too."
And then I was like, "What does this mean?"
Here I have all these phone numbers now.
Yeah. Okay, that's what happened. Because I thought I wouldn't have just invited them, like, just because. And you said, "Awesome. Do you know how long the show is?" I think it's about 2 hours with the intermission, so done around 2-ish. And then you said, "Gracias," which is thank you, which I did know. And then I said, "Por nada." I think I was trying to say you're welcome.
Yeah, which would be
and that was wrong, apparently. And then I said, "How's Pilates?" Yeah, because I saw you at the studio and you were taking Pilates.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
That was it.
Right.
And then you said, "Haha, look at you with your Spanish. It's de nada, but it was a good try. Pilates was great after you stopped distracting me. I totally couldn't focus."
I remember that because you were hanging around the studio. Yeah. You had taught, and then I was taking the class after.
Yeah.
And then you were still lingering and probably, like, being silly, and I couldn't focus. I mean, that's pretty
super
obvious.
flirty. That's super flirty, too. And I said, haha, Google failed me. I remember doing this. I remember sitting on the train, like, heading out to work. Because I taught at the studio in the city in the morning. And then I headed out in the afternoon to teach at a different studio. And I was, like, on the train while I was texting you.
Yeah.
And I said, I don't know any Spanish. I had to try and translate what you said yesterday, too. See you soon, hugs. I am pretty distracting, haha. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to throw you off. Smiley face. Like, it was so obvious, and yet we were both wondering, which is really funny.
Yeah.
Like, I would never talk to a friend like this. Like, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, would you ever talk to one of your like just friends like this? Like, obviously not.
Like someone you just met.
Right?
I don't know, but at the same time, I don't know. Like, if you're just like clicking with someone, even if it's a friend.
Yeah.
I think it can still be a bit confusing because neither one of us was like openly gay.
No.
Or I mean, like, we were like, you didn't know and I didn't know.
Yeah.
So
you were more so than me at that time.
Yeah, but you didn't know.
But I didn't know that.
Because that's the other thing too. Like when someone knows you're out.
Yeah.
Then it's like what you say like that could be completely interpreted as flirting, but
whereas if you both know you're straight, then that would probably just be
no one would
friendly
no
banter.
one would think that. But then if there's question marks, then you can kind of interpret it however you want.
Yeah, it was confusing. I remember being very confused, but luckily we got to the bottom of it pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay, so we're not going to read you our entire text conversation because it was literally hours. Like, this was at 1 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And I think until 1 at night, we were texting. I went to work. I was texting you, like, in between classes. Like, we were just, like, doing things all day. And like, every couple hours, like, it just went on and on and on. It was very much just a cute, like, getting to know each other conversation. Yeah. Like I said, what are your plans for the day? Blah, blah, blah. I was talking about going off to work. And, like, it just became, like, a cute little, like, getting to know you conversation. And I don't know, it was nice because I think we didn't actually know a lot about each other at that point, right? Like, we were friendly and, like, had this little, like, thing going, but I don't think we really knew anything about each other aside from, I guess, what we would have stalked on Facebook. Right. I probably would have known that you, like, just got back from traveling. Right. So I would have seen all your travel photos. Like, you might have known a little bit about, like, what I did for work or whatever. Like, that was probably it, though. Yeah. Okay, so let me find the good stuff.
When Katie got to the bottom of things.
Yeah, when I got to the bottom of things. There were so many cute ones, like, even here. Are you kidding? You're, like, the cutest and nicest person ever.
You said that? Or I said that?
Okay, who's who?
Now I think I'm blue. I think you said that.
No, I'm blue.
Oh, I said that to you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
I think you were talking about me being, like, a strict teacher or something. Oh. And then, or I was talking about that, and you said, are you kidding? You're, like, the cutest and nicest person ever.
That's funny.
Even this, like, haha, you're so cute. Oh, and then we were talking about, like, how old we were. Like, we didn't even know that. We didn't even know how old each other was. You probably didn't realize I was only 21. About to turn 22.
Oh, wait. I thought you were 20 turning 21.
No, I was 21 turning 22.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, because you said how old are you turning? Because I think I had mentioned at the studio that it was almost my birthday. And then I made you guess. And you said 23, which was a pretty good guess.
Okay.
And I thought you were 25 or 26, but only because I saw what year you graduated on Facebook. Not that I was being creepy and looking.
That's hilarious.
So I did obviously dig a little bit. You probably did too. Did you dig through my Facebook?
Oh yeah, I'm sure I did.
I mean, obviously, like, it's right there.
Photos and stuff, of course.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so this goes on and on and on. Like, we talked all day. Okay, so now it's like 11 o'clock at night. We've obviously been doing this all day long. And I invited you to come to my party. And then you were saying, I'd love to come, like, but you'll have to hang out with me because I won't know anyone. Oh, and I said, oh, don't be nervous. Like, you're so great. My friends will love you. And you can bring someone if you like, too. Your boyfriend, ... or girlfriend. And that was my way of being like, I need to just fucking put it out there. Like, do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Are you single? Are you, like, what's your deal? Yeah. And then You said, no boyfriend or girlfriend to bring, so I guess I'll just have to bring my charming self. What about you? Married, kids, grandkids? You are getting pretty old.
And I mean, I didn't, like, I thought that was pretty funny. Like,
no, that is
I didn't
funny.
say boyfriend. I said no boyfriend, no girlfriend
to bring.
So if I were straight, I would have said I don't have a boyfriend.
Right.
I think that's...
But it still felt like you were just messing with me. Like, I don't not being direct.
I mean, I wasn't being indirect.
True. I suppose.
I thought I was a lot more wishy-washy about it. I thought I was, you know.
Right.
But I think what I said is, like, I could have a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
Which at that time was probably accurate, yeah. And I said, haha, well, just your charming self is good enough for me. You wouldn't need to bring anyone to be comfortable. You'll get along with everyone for sure. But that was just my sneaky way of finding out who you're dating. And then I said, haha, you got me married with kids. We were so funny. It was so cute. We were so cute. And you said, oh, I see. Very, very sneaky. So did you find out?
Yeah, that was funny again.
That is funny. And I said, haha, no, I don't think I'm as smooth as I'd like to think. And you said you wanted to know who I'm dating, but I'm not dating anyone. You are talking to the smoothest, unsmooth person ever. And I said, haha, well, I guess that is my answer. But you're totally a smooth talker. You've been making me smile all day. Oh. He said, I just want to see you try and be smooth again, haha. I said, oh my gosh, well, now I'm embarrassed. So who was the last person you did date?
And then she got her answer.
And then I finally got my answer. Yeah. And you asked me too, and you said, but not so sneaky this time, but the last person I dated was a girl. Oh, I finally found out. And you said, I'm kind of hoping that's the answer you were looking for. Can I ask you the same thing? This is so cute. I knew that this happened, but it's been so long since I've actually looked at like how it happened that it's really cute.
See, like we had so many conversations through text and through Facebook and stuff. Like obviously we met in person, but we did have this whole nice like chat stuff. But the funny thing is, had we been on a dating app, the profile right there just would have said interested in.
I know. You cut out all the bullshit, like which is why I think it's so easy for people now. Could you imagine? Like
this was time consuming. This was like 8 hours of conversation just
after like 6 weeks of like
just to get this answer of. So, are you interested in dating me?
Yeah.
Which is like your base, like all you need to do is swipe now.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we spent 8 hours talking about it.
Yeah, just to try to like get the courage to even like ask one another what the deal is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said, well, geez, it only took us all day to get around to it. Okay, that's probably enough. But it goes on until I don't even know. Yeah, this is where we said goodnight. So what time was that? 5 a.m.? No.
That's hilarious.
Oh my god. It was at 5
I knew we talked for a while, but I thought like 3 at the latest.
Whoa.
Or earliest, however you look at it.
Yeah, me too. We literally talked all night. Last night feels like a dream. I had to reread the whole conversation to make sure it really happened. That's so cute. And then we went on our little date, which was like a group hang by accident.
Yeah. But then at least we knew we knew where we stood.
Yeah. But no one else knew what was going on.
That's true.
We just sneaky did.
Yeah.
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 Oh my gosh. I love that we have this to like just reminisce about and like look back on. And then it was like that same week that you came to my birthday party and we started like officially dating.
Yeah.
And then after that it was literally just like we were like we've just been together ever since then.
Like we were so
and we were so serious right away and like just like instantly so in love. And I found this from it would have been like 6 months into dating because it was in June. And it's gonna make me cry, but you said, do you want to read?
No,
you said, I'm so ridiculously in love with you. You are standing in front of me being so cute. I can't handle it right now. I'm gonna go kiss you now. Do you realize you have the most beautiful face? And I said, I'm so ridiculously in love with you too. And you said, marry me? And I said, yes, please. And then you said, someday I can't wait to put a ring on your finger. And that was like 6 months into dating. Like we were just like instantly
we knew.
So we just knew.
Yeah.
I don't know. And 11 years later it just still feels the same way, you know? I could cry just thinking about it. I love you so much. Oh, before we get too sappy, this is supposed to be a fun video.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just makes me so emotional. Like, 11 years is such a long time. And it's just like, yeah, the best part of my life. It's just been the best part of my life. Yeah. I can't wait for the rest of it.
Yeah, lots more.
Yeah. I love you so much. Even Steph is crying. Oh,
well, Theo says he enjoyed taking that little walk down memory lane with us. Hopefully you enjoyed it as well. I know we did for sure. So.
That was really fun. I'm so glad we did that. I had so much fun like going back and trying to find all these. I'm just so glad we have all this to look back on. Because imagine when it's been like 20 years, 30 years, like even
I know,
longer.
if we've forgotten all this after 11 years, we're definitely...
Because I did. I mean, that was a long time ago and I had the gist of it, but all the little nuances I had totally forgotten.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm glad we have it.
Me too. All right, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, if you want the full, like, even more in-depth story of how we met, you can go watch our How We Met video. Yeah. And yeah, we'll have some other, like, relationship-y videos coming up because our wedding anniversary is coming, and then our dating anniversary will be in January. And yeah, lots more sappy love stories to tell you.
So be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment below. And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, we'll be putting out at least 2 videos a week until the end of the year, Tuesdays and Fridays, and maybe some bonus videos if we have time. But yeah, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss anything. And thank you so much for watching.
See you next time.
Bye.